Hey, welcome back, everybody, here to the America First Event Center on the campus of Southern Utah University. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist here in our Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, and we're all fired up for the game today, presented by UCCU. And we got a lot of great sponsors bringing you the state tournament coverage. So if you get a chance and you hear them throughout the broadcast tonight, go tell them thanks and give them some of your business. And we got the starters here for the Cottonwood Colts getting announced here. Tangus Bay, he's the one that's going to start instead of Bo Smith. Now, Bo Smith did join his team for warm-ups for about the last 5 to 7 minutes of warm-ups. He's out there. He had his warm-up shirt off. Number 5, Bo Smith, coming off the bench tonight. Have no idea how many minutes he's going to play. So Tangus Bay is inserted into the starting lineup always. But Malay Ateem is the guy filling in for Smith. John Rosevier, the leading scorer, 17 points a game. Luke Park and Luka Chichevis. And this guy is a low down low, but he's going to have his hands full. Flyers will counter with Weber, Forsey, and then down low, J.J. Davey, Tyler Walter, and Kimmel Carter is the Flyers point guard. Those are your house of jump. Starters house of jump. You can jump around. They encourage you to bounce off the walls. 415 South Dixie Drive. We got our official crew ready to go. We've got both benches ready. Good sized crowd filling in for a 9:30 game, but more blue probably than black right now, Ben, don't you think?
Yeah, and that's probably just a proximity thing, shorter drive, 45 minutes versus 3.5. But yeah, we got an experienced referee crew here. Great venue for high school basketball, and Cottonwood's going to get the tip right out of the gate, Dev.
Let's play some basketball on a Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on KSL Sports or the Fan Sports Network. Out top, drive, spin, move. Nice little mid-range J, but in and out, no good. Loose ball rebound goes to Tyler Walter. Rosevier had a good look.
Great look right out of the gate there. That was Luke Park, a little spin jumper.
Flyers in the corner, and a deflection and a steal. Nice hands by Park, but he stepped out of bounds, and it'll be back to the Flyers at midcourt.
And, Dev, that's the thing early in these games. You just got to make sure that those passes are a little crisp. You got to meet the basketball. And Coach Roberts already getting a little bit of the heart rate up there as he talked about those turnovers being a problem and an almost turnover there.
Here we go. Forsey, 16.5 points per game. He's the Flyers' leading scorer, wearing number 2. Flyers wearing the white with the blue numbers. Forsey pump fake, elbow, extra pass, and corner pocket 3. Nothing but the bottom, and that's on fire. 3 for Zed Weber.
Great shot fake, draws a lot of attention, finds the open guy in the corner, Weber, for an easy 3.
So Flyers open up the scoring. A team drives, deflected, stolen away. First turnover for the Colts this morning. And the Flyers, again, will slow it down a little bit, want to play at their pace.
And I think you're going to see that, Dev, all game, is this Flyer offense just taking their time, being patient. They're really good at finding mismatches, this little high-low offense, great movement.
Carter has it, gets it over to Forsey. Pump fake, drive, all the way to the rack, and blocked away, and sure, I think it was deflected. Here come the Colts. And nice trailing pass, and Rosevier knocks down the Nets on fire 3.
And he's had a game where he's had 10 threes in a game, Dev. That's a guy that has an automatic green light. He's got the Grinch green shoes. He's got the green light on the court as well. And so a 3-3, I think we could see quite a few threes in this. I'd be really surprised if Rosevier doesn't shoot 7 or 8 threes tonight. He's already got 1 for 1, and we've got a 3-3 game.
And sharing the basketball. That was the number one thing that Mark Miller, head coach of the Colts, talked about. That flip pass back for a set shot, that's an unselfish play.
Yeah, and that leads to, when you get easy looks, right, and you're able to knock down a couple early, it provides so much confidence for your offense. And that spills over into your defense, too.
Inside Park, back out to Rosevier. Rosevier kicks it to Ateem. Getting a start today. Park will fade away. Luke Park, nothing but the bottom.
And I like his game, but this is one of those things where on defense, and you see Coach Roberts already saying, let's slow it down, but you can see he likes to get to that right side. But a great mid-range jumper there for him to knock that down and get the 5-3 lead.
Yep, Colts have that 2-point advantage. They're going to sag off Walter, it looks like, defensively. Now they'll post him up. Great high-low pass, and Walter right to the front of the rim and scores it easily. Back tied up 5-5.
And I think this Flyer offense has really got to go through Tyson Forsey, right? They're going to get a lot of attention with him. He's already got that double team right out of the gate. So if he can find guys and create and then pick his spots on offense, they could be in good shape.
Little pull-up jumper. Bay can't find it. Flyers grab the defensive rebound. Carter wants to push a little bit, bumped off his spot, lost his balance, doesn't travel, and gives it back up to Forsey. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We're tied up at 5. Weber looked like he wanted the 3, gives it up. Around the horn, it goes to the corner. Kimball, Carter on a couple bounces. Back to Davey. Just ball movement. You'll see the Flyers do this where 9, 10 passes before a shot. Now Weber wants a pull-up jumper and just misses the mark.
Yeah, good look for him, going to his strong hand, but you're right. They're going to be very patient and deliberate on offense.
Colts want a 3. Bay, short. Rebound, Forsey. Forsey looking up. Cross court to Carter. Good transition D by the Colts to get back, and now Flyers content to go to work in the half-court set. 25 on the shot clock. Tied 5-5. Forsey drops it down inside. A team called for a reach in there on J.J. Davey, and we have our first foul of the game.
I think this is going to be a theme that we're going to see all game. You can see, as we're going to see Colin Simmons here pretty quick as well, on that great over the top pass there by Forsey to Walter. And looks like Walter's going to take a seat there. No difference here as you get Colin Simmons, a great player in his own right. But Tyson Forsey is going to get that designed out of bounds pace, shot fake, and goes off the glass. As a scorer, you love to see that ball go through the hoop early. That gives you that extra confidence.
In the win Saturday, Forsey only scored 5 points, but they blew out Logan to get into this game. And Coach Roberts said, hey, Forsey doesn't always have to score for us to be effective. He had a ton of assists.
He's a great passer, as we see a long 3 there by a team. But, you know, the interesting thing about Forsey is that he's a great passer. So he can set up guys. And I think that first round or second round matchup scoring total was more of a result of the attention that he got. And he set up a lot of their opponents. As you see, he gets fouled on a 3 here. And that's going to be Luke Park, who just tried to hard contest. And he's pleading his case there. That's one of the hardest ones, of course, that, you know, where a big-time jump shooter gets elevation, kind of almost creates a little bit of contact, too, as we see the replay there. It looks like he just hit him on the hand.
Yep. And he didn't like it. Kind of gave a little what to the official, but 3 coming here for Forsey. First, Fabulous Freddy's free throw is up and good, and he'll have a couple more. I want to thank some of our other great sponsors, UCCU, Mountain Land, Burt Brothers, some of our great partners here on KSLSports.com. And Forsey, the second free throw. Net. 9-5 now, Flyers, and he's got one more as he was fouled on that 3-point shot. 3:43 left on the Sport Court of Southern Utah clock. And he got all 3 as that one rattles home. Almost
and
the early call.
5 quick points for him, and,
yes.
And they've all come pretty easily. Again, that's what you like to see as a coach for your leading scorer. And I think they've really got to get Roosevelt involved here. Maybe a little more of something running him off some screens, getting him moving a little bit as he takes that errant jumper.
Yeah, pretty good look, though, from the elbow, just inside the 3-point line.
Oh, he's a fun player to watch. He's so explosive, and he's so dynamic with the basketball. He's got a quick release.
And he played really hard last year in that state championship game that they lost to Layton Christian. I was very impressed with him. That whole run last year for Cottonwood. They got a lot of experience off that roster back to make another run. Carter for 3, no. Loose ball rebound, lead pass. Malay, a team, lost the handle, no call. And Flyers control it again. They've doubled up the Colts early on here. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. 10-5 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
And that's going to be 2 quick ones for him. It'll be interesting. I think he's going to go with Bo Smith here. So we'll see him first time there. You've got him, Dev. They've got him down at the end of the bench in mini quarantine. The ref's going to tell him to come all the way in and tuck his jersey in, too.
Yeah, I mean, it was, according to Coach Miller, it was this is his nephew. He was sick as a dog all night. This morning, still sick as a dog. But if he can just give him 2-3 minutes at a time.
Yeah, he's a scorer.
Yeah.
You can see he's got a basketball body. And I think it's great that he toughed it out, and he's here today. I think that's cool. And it tells you, Dev, how important these basketball games are to these kids, right? Doesn't want to miss this opportunity as we see Forsey draw the foul there.
No, actually, I think they call jump ball, but alternate possession will stay with the Flyers. I think the block was enough to tie it up, deemed the official. So Flyers.
I like that. It's been a well-called game so far, pretty consistent. They've let him play a little bit.
Weber in the corner. Still 16 on the shot clock. His zone defense, Flyers just moving it around the perimeter. Now high pick coming from Simmons. He had 20 in the win over Logan last Saturday, including like 4 or 5 blocks. Weber, high arcing three, back iron. Rebound tracked down by the Colts. That's Yates.
Yeah, a couple of shots there that I think, again, I like the idea of having Forsey create or getting the ball inside to Simmons. He's a good low post scorer.
Drive, Park, and partially blocked, but it goes in anyway. Was that deflected?
It looked like it was blocked in. Great move, though. I tell you, I'm impressed with Luke Park, his ability to penetrate off the dribble. And he beat him on that strong hand, and it looked like he kind of thought he was going to hesitate, but then he turned the corner quickly and got that good look.
He's got 4. And the lead is down 10-7. Flyers up by 3. Minute 38 left. Forsey, good look at a 3. Rattles out. Rebound Colts. Here comes Rosevier. Across the timeline. Thunderbird logo here. Nice pass. And Chez with the bucket.
That's a great find off of the dribble. Draw the attention on the help side defense and find the open big fella.
9 points for the Colts. Chez with his first bucket of the game.
He's got a good big frame, too, at 6'7".
Yeah. Forsey with it on the wing. Still with a 1-point lead. Flyers down to 10 on the shot clock. Got to go soon. Drop it inside. Davey, spin move, and score it. Beautiful, quick spin move.
And, Dev, we've seen that all season. He loves to spin baseline. He's a great finisher around the hoop. And with the 12-9 lead, looks like Cottonwood's going to call a timeout here.
30-second timeout brought to you by Luke Cutie and American Family Insurance. We'll take the break. Be right back on KSL Sports and the Fan Sports Network.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
All right, back here at the American First Event Center, campus of Southern Utah University, Cedar City, the Thunderbirds. Today's game brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, Valley View Granite, Nucor. Some of our great sponsors, Frank May, Skidoo. Some of our great sponsors helping with our state tournament covers. Thank you, folks. 12-9 out of the timeout here. Final 50 seconds of the first quarter. Colts with the possession.
And they're going to take their time on this one, too, Dev, with just under a minute and 20 seconds on the shot clock. No playing for 2 in this one. Dixie's going to roll out into their zone defense here. See if they can give him a different look.
Park trying to go, starts and stops.
He's crafty, but this is the look they wanted right here.
And Rosevier can't hit the 3. Bo Smith fighting for the rebound. And they get it out to Yates. And they call a kick, I think, in the middle of all that action. And it'll stay with the Colts. And now they can hold for the final shot if they want. 19 seconds on the first quarter clock. Flyers leading 12-9. Lob it inside. They wanted the quick bucket.
And another one blocked by Simmons, but somehow it still goes in. Dixie's going to take the last shot, up 12-11. 10 seconds left on the clock, Dev.
Here we go, Flyers. Carter. Out to Forsey. He will take the college line 3, and the net's on fire. Triple for Forsey. He's got 8 in the first quarter, and the Flyers take a 15-11 lead. Timeout. We'll be back. Good first quarter action. More coming up here on KSL Sports and the Fan Sports Network. Stay with us, folks.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
All right, we're back here. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist inside our Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. We'll be checking in with the third member of our team momentarily, Paul Ratliff, who's down court level. We'll be talking with the coaches at halftime. We'll get some post-game as well for you. And we got a stoppage as they inbounded it quickly.
Looks like the shot clock didn't queue up here, and the game clock was functioning, but the shot clock did not quite do that. But 15-11 after one quarter, I don't feel like either team has established maybe any certain momentum. I think this is kind of what we expected. And again, when you got three-point shooters like Park and Roseveare, they're never out of it.
And almost a steal by Carter. It's tipped. And they call a foul? They call a foul on John Roseveare.
That's a tough one because you have that sideline official over by Coach Roberts who had more of the angle. That's going to be his first foul, so really no harm there really, because if that was his second, it might. It's a little slow on the replay.
I mean, there's a little bit of contact, but they're both hustling for a loose ball tapped into the backcourt. Flyers will take advantage of it here with a bucket if they can. 15-11, Flyers leading by 4. Good look for Simmons for 3. Rams out, no good. Roseveare with a rebound.
Yeah, and he'll shoot and make those, of course, out of that zone. Cottonwood's in a zone now, too. They're going to be looks just like that.
If you got time to scroll through Instagram while you're watching, go to the Fan SN, our Jimmy John's highlight of the week. Simmons was one of the finalists.
That dunk in transition.
Yes. Jelani Ojegba had a dunk from Pineview. We'll see him later today.
That was my vote. That was just a cool play. He had a couple big-time dunks late in the season.
But anyway, at the Fan SN, go vote before it ends. The winning program will get Jimmy John's catered lunch for the whole team. Put back good, Chichez.
And gotta credit this Cottonwood team, man. They're aggressive on the rebound and never give up. And big time finish there, cutting this thing to 2, 15-13. Dixie's going to do this though. They're going to continue to slow this down. They're going to pick their spots, get the shot that they feel is the best shot, and then they're going to live with it on defense.
Points in the paint. We thought Dixie might have the advantage of that early on. Cottonwood 6-2 advantage in points in the paint. Carter skip all the way over.
Mac Howard in the ball game, number 24. He made a huge shot down the stretch there for the Flyers.
He's been getting more and more minutes as the season progressed. Great breakdown of the defense by 4C. Kicks it over to J.J. Davey, and he scores the bucket. There's points in the paint.
That's a great pass and a great creation there. And this is a fun matchup to watch there. 4C against Roseveare. As we see another foul on, looks like Carter. That's going to be his second.
I like how Luke Park just attacks. He probes the defense. He changes gears.
Really shifty. Good going left and right. Great court vision. We get a close-up here of him. He's got a good little point guard body. You know, one of the guys that always has his head up, looking to create for his teammates. So Cottonwood go to the bench here.
Officials are talking about something here. I think there's a say free throws coming now. Is that already 5?
No, it can't be 5. That's going to be 3, I think, here.
They're saying up and under on the shot. I think he was trying to shoot that, but he got hit, and the ball didn't get all the way up above the rim, but it was on its way. I think this is a good call. And from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line, shot short by Park.
Going to see 2 subs in for both of these teams. Baez Gallen is going to come in, and looks like is that Zed Weber coming back in for Flyers. Park's going to be good. 1 of 2 there, cutting the lead to 3, 17-14 for the Flyers. Again, Dixie's going to walk the ball up, Dev, the majority of this game, and just pick their spots. They're going to look inside to J.J. Davey or outside to Tyson Forsey.
Inside to Davey, stolen away by Park. He stays in bounds, but stolen back by Davey, and he lays it up and in. Wow. Steal for a steal.
A little momentum there as it looked like Cottonwood's going to have some numbers on the other end, and he gets it right back and scores it.
Park breaking down the defense, blow by, bucket good. There's the speed.
You know, I've only had a chance to see him on film in person, he's crafty and shifty, and now I see why it's so hard to keep a guy in front. I mean, when you got a guy like that.
Deep 3 by 4C, that won't go. And Mac Howard grabs that loose ball rebound. Park averages 10.6 a game.
He looked, just from go, he looked like he was intent on maybe filling some of that up from Smith being a little under the weather.
Chez averages 11.5. And then, of course, Rosevier with 17.9 officially. So those are your big 3 scores. And a steal by Park. He's getting it done at both ends. And a whistle and a foul, silly foul there on Simmons.
And I think he's just frustrated with himself there as we see this replay. J.J. Davey just puts his hand in the lane and goes and gets it. Park wants that one back. Well, actually, he got it back with a good steal here on the other end. Dixie's going to sit back in this little 1-3-1 and try and probably, Cottonwood's going to try and get this ball into Rosevier's hands in the high post.
Tonight's game, or this morning's game, brought to you by Red Rock Real Estate. RedRockRealEstate.com. From land to luxury homes. Check out the listings. Over 350 realtors at Red Rock Real Estate to help you with your brand new home. Deep 3 looks good, but it rolls around. 360s out. Rebound Dixie. Dixie leads 19-16 on the Wilkinson scoreboard here with 4:35 left in the first half. Inside, beautiful feed. Forsey to Davey. How many dimes is Forsey? That's his 4th assist, I believe.
Yeah, they've got him for that is number 4. Good call, Dev. He's got 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 8 points. A great start for your senior, and he was the preseason region MVP candidate and might still have a chance. We haven't seen that come out yet.
Rosevier has 5. Park has 7 to pace the Colts. Rosevier drops it into Chez. Chez, kick it back out high to Bay, over to Park. Set 3.
Look good all the way. I'd like to see Rosevier just a little more aggressive. He's a guy that can kind of hunt shots as we see the transition there to Colin Simmons.
Can't get the bucket. He's
going to get the foul there. This is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be on Park or if it's going to be on Chez.
So Simmons to the fabulous Freddie's free throw line. Good catch. His older brother, Lyman Simmons, was a different type of player. Colin is a little bit more of a leaper, a little bit thinner, a little bit, I'd say, twitchier than Big Brother. I don't know if he's as good a shooter as his brother was, though.
Yeah, he's developed that. He's going to knock down this one. He's got a great release.
Yeah,
nice, long, kind of soft release. And I think some of his maybe weaknesses have been just being able to stay on the floor, health and foul stuff. Over the last couple of years, he's had some injuries, unfortunate injuries. And he's a good player. Great size, only a junior.
So he splits a pair. Second one no good from the fabulous Freddie's free throw line. 22-16. Flyers lead. Colts would love to go on a little run in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds of this first half. Close that gap. And Chez does exactly that. Baby hook and a beautiful quick move, and he scores it.
Yeah, really like soft touch. Big guys, anybody watching this, I love that he didn't dribble. He caught it high and went right up with it from that high position. You're never more open than when you have the basketball right when you catch it. And he does a great job of turning left shoulder jump shot there.
One of the things Tyler Roberts, as Simmons does exactly the same thing as Chez just did, and he scores it off the window.
And that was a great little design play, almost like an overload play where you get him unbalanced and then you set a back screen and Simmons comes to his strong hand. Great design play there for the Flyers. I love the back and forth that we're seeing so far. Both teams scoring it inside and outside, kind of what we expected in a 4-5 matchup.
The one thing that Coach Roberts said is this team will not quit, and they're very well coached. Coach Roberts, who I think is a great coach in his own right, was very complimentary yesterday when he joined me on the show talking about Coach Mark Miller.
Yeah, Coach Miller's, like I said, he's
kind of legend.
Doing this for a long time, and he's very, very skilled and knowledgeable about the game. And of course, he was in the state tournament championship last year.
Yep. Hoping that experience of the guys he's got back. Quick move. Davey does it again. That drop step spin move to the baseline works wonders.
I've heard a lot of people say, even when you know that that's coming, it's so hard to stop. He spins so well. A lot of guys spin and travel. He's able to kind of really hold that pivot and put it down and finish it.
Timeout on the court. 30-second timeout brought to you by Luke Cutie and American Family Insurance. Will take it. Flyers up 26-18 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegler from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. SUU, Southern Utah University, Cedar City, crunch time here late in the second quarter. Colts have found themselves down 26-18. So they talk things over. Roosevelt going to work. He's bumped and fouled.
It's going to be on the floor. Howard with a little bit of a bump there. I will say this. We've watched a lot of basketball this season, Dev, and the game has been pretty evenly called. One of my complaints throughout the season was just when the refs, they call it a little inconsistent. It's hard for a player to know how to play defense and for an offensive player to know how to be aggressive. And so they've been super consistent. As we see Roosevelt with a little flyer there. This is going to be the only time we'll see Dixie in transition, probably.
And Zed Weber.
Zed Weber's claiming he got fouled there. Did have a little bit of a push, but boy, Cottonwood's got to be careful right here as they're down 10 early in this game, and a bucket. Again, you got to see someone like Roosevelt Park get involved here, get a basket to stop this momentum.
Kick to the corner to Ches, back out top to Park. Colts need a bucket inside Ches. Nice power dribble, goes up, scores it, and takes the harm, gets the hoop.
He's pretty skilled. We've only seen these guys on film a few times. We haven't had a chance to get up north and watch them play, but great finish there. Again, I love left shoulder. He kept it high, finished strong, drew the contact, and that's going to be his 8th point with a chance to add the 9th here. He's the leading scorer for Cottonwood. Park has 7. Roosevelt has 5. Of course, Forsey with 8 assists, 8 points, 5 assists. And then J.J. Davey with 10, though, for Dixie. That's kind of an early surprise there as we see the big fella knocked down his 9th point, Ches.
The big thing about Forsey, though, the 5 assists, that stands tall.
Yeah, I think the state leader in assists is like 8 or 9. So
and I think Park actually is the state leader in assists.
8.8 a game, Bev.
Yep, so he knows what he's doing, too. We got some guys that can pass the rock. 28-21. Big three-point play, cuts it to 7. Forsey scoops it up, can't get it to go. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flyers.
And I know Forsey wants the contact there, but I feel like the refs have been pretty balanced both ways calling that. Of course, Coach Miller not quite as happy there. He feels like that should be theirs.
I just got an email link for live stats. SUU is taking care of the media here bright and early on a Thursday morning. Forsey slashing and scoring. How about that bucket? Flyers back up by 9.
Great cut there by Forsey. That's going to be his 10th point. And answering right back is Tommy Gunn Yates with the corner 3 to cut this to 6 with just under a minute, Dev. But boy, if they could get a stop here and hold this Flyer team and go down and get another possession, it'd be just a 4 or maybe even a 3-point game.
50 seconds to go. 6-point lead. Flyers go to the elbow to Forsey, looking for a pass. Instead, he takes the jumper short. But rebound Howard. And now they can hold. There's about a 5-second differential. But they can work some more clock here late in the first half. Glad you're with us on KSLSports.com, presented by UCCU Credit Union. Or on the Fan Sports Network, presented by the Boulevard. Coming up at the half, we'll have the Great Harvest halftime show. Stats, reaction, interviews. Paul Ratliff will be joining us. But first, 14 seconds still. Now Weber wants to start out high. Here comes Simmons with the pick on Park. He goes gas pedal up, flips it over, and Tyler Walter with the bucket. 3 seconds. You got to shoot it. Park, runner at half court. Good if it goes, just short. An 8-point lead for the Flyers at the break. Ben, your reaction?
Well, great dribble drive penetration there, finding Walter for the big bucket.
All right, we're going to go down to Paul Ratliff.
You're good.
Paul Ratliff with our City of St. George Recreation Department, and he's got Coach Roberts. Take it away, Paul.
Roberts after our first half where Dixie has a 32-24 lead. And Coach, talk about the play of your post guys. It's been J.J. Davey, Colin Simmons. I mean, these guys have been, you're giving up some size to this Cottonwood Colt team, but those guys are playing really tough down low.
Yeah, really proud of our bigs right now. We just got to continue to pound the ball in the paint and just try to get them in the air, shot fake, and then try to execute and put it in the hole.
And Coach, if Dixie wins this game, what is the second half going to look like for you guys? Are we going to get out and run, play more Dixie basketball, or is it going to be what we've been doing, pounding the paint and a little bit of Tyson Forseed to accent it?
A little bit of both, honestly. I think we can get them in transition, but also I want to continue to pound it in the post and let our big guys do their job.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, there's Paul Ratliff with our coach's comments, brought to you again by the City of St. George Recreation Department. They've got co-ed kickball, volleyball, sign-ups right now. Check it out, something for everyone. Jetettes are going to perform, but we got to take a break and get a message from our great sponsors, bringing you the 4A State boys coverage this morning, the girls later this afternoon. Again, the score at halftime. Flyers have an 8-point lead, 32-24 over Cottonwood.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of large and small animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality vet services with their dedicated team. Stop by their location in Tremonton. They also have a location in Elwood coming soon.
Texted it on the Region 9 thread. Hey, back live here. We are at SUU, Southern Utah University. Halftime. Flyers have the 32-24 lead. And halftime presented by Great Harvest Bread Company. Whether you're living in St. George or coming down to visit, make sure you stop by one of their 2 Southern Utah locations. Ben, it is delicious breakfast. Their bread is unbelievable, always made fresh. Their cinnamon rolls, their brownies. They have healthy lunches. It's a great stop. And they do catering now, too, at Great Harvest Bread Company.
They do a great job. Brownie bread. They do that around Valentine's. It's a secret.
I have not had the brownie bread. I'm going to have to try that at Great Harvest. Hey, let's take a look at our stats here in the first half. Ben, what kind of stood out to you? Stats brought to you by our friends at Honolulu Grill.
Well, when you look down at these stats, you're going to see a lot of similarities between the two teams. 3-point shooting is right on. They both made 2 of those. Foul shooting, they're both, well, one's 4 of 5, one's 2 of 3. Field goal percentage, pretty similar. Flyers are shooting 50% versus 41. But the big stat, Dev, that stands out is the 10 assists for Dixie versus 4 assists for Cottonwood. Now, we recall one of our keys to the game was Cottonwood being able to move the ball and share the ball. But it turns out that the Flyers were able to execute that in that first half. Anytime you have 10 assists on 32 points, that tells you something. It tells the ball's moving and you're getting high percentage shots. They've got a lot of points in the paint. We heard Coach Roberts talk about that. Hey, we got to continue to pound it down low. Certainly Cottonwood and Coach Miller are going to come out and go, hey, we've got to keep him out of the paint. We've got to force him into some tougher shots, and we've got to move the ball a little bit better in this second half. But to me, the big thing is they're going to have big games from Luke Park and certainly from their big-time scorer, John Roseveare.
No question about it. Again, the thing that really stood out, Tyson Forsey's 5 dimes in that first half. He was getting in the middle of the floor, getting easy buckets for teammates.
Yeah, look, people don't understand this. In the NBA, the leading assist guy in the NBA has around 12 assists in 48 minutes, right? To have 5 or to get maybe even potentially 8 to 10 assists in a 32-minute ball game, it's really exceptional. But it tells you, one, to focus on Forsey, right? They're sending doubles at him. Help's coming every time he penetrates, and he's just able to find help. So he's doing a great job of setting his guys up, and obviously it's going to be one of those things that they talked about in the locker room there for Cottonwood, is stopping him and getting better help and containment on the next pass.
Flyers shoot a sizzling 59%, 13 out of 22 in the first half. Only 2 out of 8 from downtown, 25%, but 4 out of 5, 80% from the free throw lines. Shooting percentages for Cottonwood, 10 of 23, 43%, 2 out of 9 from triple, that's 22%, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 66%. So both teams shot it relatively well in that first half. Again, Forsey with 10 and 5. Davey had 10. He didn't miss a field goal. Chichez had 9. Let's go down to Paul Ratliff, who's with Coach Mark Miller.
I'm here with Coach Mark Miller. And Coach, what's your assessment of the first half, how your guys played?
Played slow. We're usually a quicker team. Bottom line is on defense, we're moving too slow. We're not adjusting. We're not doing what we've worked on. This half we have to have a little more energy, and we have to play a lot better defense. We're going to pull this game out.
Absolutely. And Coach, talk about the post points given up to Dixie. A lot of baskets close to the rim. What are you going to do in the second half to prevent that?
Well, hopefully Malay, our starting 4-man, doesn't get any more fouls and he can stay in. We've got Bo Smith, our other starting 4-man, that's out, basically with the flu, playing a little bit. But bottom line, we just got to be smart. We got to get back, not give the early fast break layups, but we just got to get back to playing defense.
Coach, if Cottonwood wins this game, what's got to happen in the second half?
We got to come together as a team. We have to move the ball better. We got to make shots, and frankly, we got to play better defense to win this.
Thanks so much, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Paulie. That's Paul Ratliff down on the court with our City of St. George Recreation Department coaches' comments. All right, at the half, Flyers lead 32-24. We'll take a break, come back, second half action here on the Fan Sports Network, KSLSports.com.
Central Milling is the farmer, the miller, and the baker working to preserve American farmland for tomorrow while preserving the highest quality of flour and grains to the bakers of today. Select the best products for your family by using Central Milling Company. Garland Gifts has something for everyone. Whether you're getting flowers for that special someone or a gift to brighten someone's day, they have plenty of options for you to choose from. Their floral designers have the expertise to create something breathtaking. Stop by their shop on Main Street today.
Southern Utah University, halftime, both teams talking it up. Heard from Mark Miller coming out of the locker room. Ben, what'd you make of what Mark Miller had to say there? The energy seemed low. Obviously, he's got one guy really sick, but he just basically said, we got to play better defense in that second half. We're going to win the game.
Yeah, they've got to limit that inside presence. And, he mentioned it, having a team with those fouls, those 2 early fouls, it kind of set the tone for the rest of the half there as they were able to get inside with him on the bench. Now, he's back in the game here. Not sure what kind of action we're going to get from Bo Smith as he's down in a mini quarantine there at the very end of the bench. He had a couple of good plays where he got a couple rebounds and created some things, but anytime you haven't had fluids in you and you're out sick, that's not easy to play at this level especially.
Coach Roberts and the Flyers have the basketball. Forsey trying to dump it into Davey, who I think was trying to set a pick, and it's a turnover. Rare turnover. Flyers only had 3 in the first half. They did good. Both teams had 3. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah, low turnover game for sure. As we see
hard
with
breaking
another.
Yeah, breaking down the defense.
He is crafty. I'll tell you what, that would be a fun point guard to play for. Finds the big fella there, and for the easy bucket to cut this thing to 6 right out of the gate. Now this is going to be a costly foul. This will be his second right here. That'll force Roosevelt to be a little more tentative on a guy like Forsey, because you can't pick up that third this early in the third quarter, Dev.
Yeah, Chichez with that last bucket. By the way, that was Park's 4th assist of the game. Chichez loves, like you said, playing with a guy like that. It gets him a wide open bucket. Lob it to the corner to Weber. He'll go lob it high to Carter. He's got an open look. He'll take the 3 and hit the Nets on fire 3. Kimball Carter.
And he's done a great job all season of kind of hitting a big shot here and there. Great pass. Now, Forsey created the attention span down on the defense to shrink it down for Cottonwood. Distraction happens, and then they find the next pass for an easy 3.
First points of the game for Carter.
He's not a guy, Dev, that's going to score a ton either, right? But he's going to pick his spots.
Weber tried to get a steal. They call a foul on him, I believe. Bay talking with the official.
He looks a little stunned down there. He feels like maybe he got the brunt force of that contact.
35-26 here early on. Lob it high. Chichez, a team who got in those foul trouble and had to sit that whole second quarter. They said he didn't double dribble. Roosevelt's going to take a straightaway triple. That won't go. Rebound controlled. No, not controlled, as Tyler Walter lost the handle out of bounds.
And Roosevelt, that one just almost went down. He's a guy, though, that's not a bad shot for him. He's got to keep shooting those and find something to get back into this basketball game, because they're going to need his points. You'll see a little double screen on the far side.
Then steal by Carter. Bay tried to cross-court skip, and Carter right in the passing lane. Carter quickly working on Park, gives it up to Weber. Bay guarding him. They sat in that zone. They're starting man-to-man here in the second half. Walter on a screen. Carter thought about the 3, goes to JJ. JJ back to Forsey. Still 16 on the shot clock. Flyers leading by 9. Good defense here, but a good corner pocket 3. It's in the air. It's not good. Walter with the alley-oop slam. Do you believe it? That looked next level.
Oh, my goodness, Devin Dixon. Woo! That indeed looked next level. That looked like a D1 caliber play, an NBA level play, as he's able to snatch it off the rim with full force and throw it down.
That is a highlight in the making. Take another look.
Oh, my goodness.
He cocks it and flushes that. Tyler Walter, Mr. Walter, I see you.
Oh,
the team missed the 3, but they do keep possession as it was knocked out of bounds. Cottonwood needing a bucket. They go right underneath Roosevelt. He's doubled. He gives it up to Chez. Bucket good.
Well, and credit Cottonwood, because that felt like momentum was going to escape them. They're able to come back and get an easy bucket there for the big fella.
And Roosevelt had to be strong with that ball. Forsey to the middle, breaking down the D, and he gets it to J.J. Davy, who was a perfect 6 for 6 from the field in this game. And it's not even past 10:20 a.m. Mountain Time. Flip it down inside. Chez, beautiful drop step, goes to the right shoulder with a left hand off the window. That was pretty. Woo. We're seeing some good play at both ends.
Great basketball on both ends of the floor. Great execution. You'd expect that for the stage of the state tournament. Some electrifying plays there. And I'll tell you what, both of these teams passed the ball really well. 6 assists. That's the big surprise for me from Tyson Forsey. Done a great job of taking what he's been given.
Forsey wants to score, but instead he dishes again. Guess who? Forsey to Davy, who's again perfect 7 for 7, 14 points, and another dime for number 2.
And that's going to be number 7. He's got 10 points, 7 assists. As we're going to see, Roosevelt finally makes contact from that corner. He's a guy that if he gets going, look out. Again, I mentioned early in the broadcast, he's made 10 threes
and that was
in the second half of the season.
That was his second of the game. He's now 2 for 5 from beyond the arc, only 3 for 10 shooting. So Coach Miller wants to see him heat up.
Absolutely. He's got that green light, Dev. I look for him to continue to, he has to shoot in this game. But, I go back to the keys of the game. Cottonwood's key was to keep them in front of him. And right now, Tyson Forsey's just been able to get to that interior presence and find the assist range. Ooh, and this one's going to hurt, because this is going to be Roosevelt's third, and he's pleading his case.
Weber kind of lost it up in the air. They say hit him on the arm.
And I just don't think, I know Coach Miller's going to look down his bench. He's going to put in Bo Smith, and this might be Roosevelt's third. What is his third? But they're not going to sub him here. I like this, right? You need him. This could potentially be your last game, as we see there.
Yeah, just tough call.
I think when you have 2, you just got to be a little more careful there, but.
They lob it high to Forsey. Looked like he was an alley-oop, but like 7-foot jump shot. Instead, he comes down and backs it back out. Forsey over to JJ. Half-court offense. Carter to the middle. Again, lob it to Davy. And another breakdown of the defense and more points in the paint. And J.J. Davy has got 16 a game high.
And if Dixie prevails, it will be the story of the points in the paint, because they've just been able to get in there. Now, one of the things I would say, Dev, we talked about this.
Oh, and a T on Mark Miller. Sorry, Ben, to cut you off. A technical foul on Mark Miller. And I don't know if it was something he said, but that has to be it, right? He was kind of walking away when the T came. And I don't know if it was even Coach Miller. It could have been an assistant coach for all I know, but it's on the bench and Coach Miller wants the official to come over. Let me talk to you. The officials are going to confer first.
Yeah, I don't think it was on him. I think he was kind of looking to the sideline, but I think his complaint was Park penetrates. It looked like there was some contact on the arm, at least from our vantage point, and he says, no call there, but you call it on my leading scorer down on the other end. He says, I just want it to be fair. And I don't know if he's saying, I don't even know if it was maybe someone in the stands even.
I don't know if we caught that exchange on replay. I caught the end of it out of the corner of my eye. And so 43-33 our score. Technical foul called on the Cottonwood bench, we'll say. And to the line, Forsey. Fabulous Freddy's free throw number 1, no good, short. Forsey will walk off and reset. Forsey again. 10 points, 7 assists. And second one's good. Fabulous Freddy's.
And what a great stat line for him so far. 11 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds. Just 1 foul, so he can be a little more aggressive in the second half. Of course, we're going to see.
And only 1 turnover. Here's the bench right here. Here's the replay. Coach Miller is walking away. And he points at Coach Miller, but he's walking away. That's it. I don't know. Interesting.
Hard for us. Usually we'd like to be down on the floor for this time of game, and so we can't hear what's going on. But this penetration, again, they're going to catch him for the travel there. I think he was hoping Simmons was going to roll for that lob. But here's what I would say. If you're Cottonwood, you're letting guys on Dixie go to their strong hand, right? Forsey wants to go to his right. Weber wants to go to his left. All of those little inside dump passes have come from them going to their strong hands. I would give up a contested 3 versus someone just going to their strong hand and creating in that interior defense.
Park to the middle, kicks it back out. Smith couldn't get it. It was a low pass. Now Kimball Carter dives, and then, actually, that wasn't Carter. That was Weber, and now they're going to call what? A foul.
Call a foul on Simmons. That'll be his second, but that might have been a good foul because Oben below up the court is Mr.
Weber's hurt.
Yeah, Weber's hurt, but Roosevelt was wide open up the court, and I'm guessing that he's going to knock down that 3 as he shoots it at a high rate. So maybe a good foul there. Weber got a little bit of contact on that loose ball.
Yeah, Simmons, that was a clear foul. He came in and kind of grabbed him and held his in progress up. That was a lot of guys hustling, though. You can see this is the state playoffs. Roosevelt catch and shoot 3. Nothing but the bottom of net's on fire. 3 for John Roosevelt.
And he reminds me of the microwave Vinnie Johnson. He is just instant offense. I think Vinnie even wore number 4.
You might be right. Howard is in for Weber after he was shaken up a little bit. Carter pump fake on the 3. Drives the elbow, backs it back out, kicks it over to Forsey. 16 on the shot clock. We got 2:37 left here in the third quarter on the Sport Court of Southern Utah clock. Simmons will line up a deep 3. Back iron. Offensive rebound, Forsey. Forsey, no look pass to Davey. He's fouled.
And this one, Dev, is absolutely costly. This is going to be his 4th. That's where, you're coming off. You got 6 quick points in the second half. And he's saying, hey, leave me in there, coach. But this is going to be foul number 4. My guess is that we won't see him for probably the rest of the third quarter, which is a shame. That's one you probably just got to give up. You got to know you got 3. You're more valuable than that foul, stopping that basket.
Drake Smalls is going to come in for Roosevelt. He has not entered this game yet, so we'll see him for the first time. It's a 3-man bench rotation for Dixie with Simmons and Howard. Or actually, really only 2-man rotation.
Yeah, they
haven't went 3 deep yet in this game, but 9 different Cottonwood players have played now that Smalls is checked into the game.
And a 10-point game here. They're going to need a basket to kind of stabilize here.
The team all the way in, missed the runner. Chez put back, no, but a foul.
That's going to be Simmons' 3rd foul. That'll give probably Walter a chance to get back on the court here. But those two are pretty much interchangeable. They're both about the same size, both long and athletic. Simmons can shoot a little better. But this will be a chance for 16 and 17 points. He's going to knock that down. He's got a soft touch. I like his jumper. I like the way he plays.
I do too.
The ball high.
Yeah.
You see why Park's able to get the state lead and assist, because he's just, he's able to find that guy.
Gotta believe he's an all-region kid, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cottonwood goes 11-1 in their region champs, and you got 3 guys in double figures. You got to believe all 3 of those guys are probably Park, Chez, and Roosevelt. And Roosevelt might be the league MVP.
Yeah, and you see, I love Roosevelt. He's up on his feet. He's coaching. He knows that he's going to be done until the 4th quarter. And he's down there cheering his guys on. I love that. Inside to Davey. They double. Davey goes around and reverse to Chez. Says not today on that one. I'll tell you what. I'm really impressed with J.J. Davies' spin move capability. It's quick. On the baseline. As we see it, he gets it here. You could say a little bit of a hook there, but most of the time he does a pretty good job of keeping his arms down. Catch and shoot 3 by Mac Howard. Won't go. Rebound batted around and finally controlled by the Colts. Here they come. Down 46-38. As good as Dixie's played, this game is far from over. They're still within striking distance with 1:40 left in the third quarter. Park, a team. Malay, a team. Threw it away. Kind of left his feet on that baseline and couldn't find a teammate. Well, and it's hard, too, when you're trying to make that pass underneath the basket there. I think he's feeling like maybe he got a little bit of a bump. But the refs, they've called it pretty consistent. A team is 0 for 4 in this game. Has not scored. They could use a little bit of production from him down the stretch. Forsey, short-armed it. Air ball, in fact. Everything looked good until it left his hand. And again, Deb, if Cottonwood's able to get a basket here, they cut this thing to 6 with their leading scorer, their team MVP. He's still up on his up on the bench.
And Park airballs it at the other end. So both star guards misfiring here late in the third quarter.
Very rarely do you see two back-to-back airballs, and especially from two big-time players like that.
Substitutions coming.
I like this. This is where Coach Roberts doesn't get enough credit. You know, he's going to come over here with under a minute left. He's going to get his guys a little bit of a breather. This allows him to not take Forsey off the court. And then he's going to draw up a play here. He knows how critical an 8-point lead is at this state of the game.
Yeah, no question about it. 52 seconds to go here. And a quick timeout, and we'll be right back. Dixie with the lead over Cottonwood on the Fan and KSL.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
Hey, is my voice hold?
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware. Happily serving the community since 1976.
Hey, back here at Southern Utah University. And, of course, a bigger court than all the high school gyms. A lot more air and open space behind the baskets, which makes you, as you look at the shot, it just seems different in these arenas. And I don't know if Cottonwood had a chance to get to a big arena and shoot or not, or Dixie, maybe was able to slip into the Burns Arena and play a practice game there or something this week. But it does change the shooting dynamics.
Yeah, I always know. I mean, look, I played in some massive arenas, football stadiums even, where it was so hard to pick the hoop up because there's 100 feet behind the basket.
I always wondered what it was like. When they did the basketball game on the Air Force Carrier, what it would be like to shoot with just blue sky in the background.
I never got to play on an aircraft carrier, but I got to play in a football stadium, and it was really hard as a shooter to try and pick up the hoop consistently.
Oregon played who in that game? Do you remember?
I played in two. We played in the Kibbe Dome, and we played down in, as we see a 3 here, that's his second of the game.
Wow.
Boy, big-time shot there for the Tommy Gun Yates. If someone hasn't given that nickname, please adopt it.
He's 2 for 2.
For sure.
He's only taken 2 shots. They're both threes, and he's made them both. There's some bench production there for Coach Mark Miller. That cuts it down to a 5-point lead. Carter tries to answer. That 3 won't go, but a whistle. No, it's the end of the quarter. No foul.
Quarter. And Coach Roberts is not happy giving up that 3-pointer this late in the game.
On the Wilkinson scoreboard, Flyers nursing a 46-41 lead. Back for the final quarter after a message from our great partners.
The Grill restaurant has plenty of options for the whole family. Check out their new menu items for a lunch date or dinner celebration. They have a lot of new products including entrees, sandwiches, rice bowls, and desserts. They even have additional sides to up your meal choices. Let the Grill help you plan what's for dinner.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. Be sure to schedule your yearly checkup to help you find out where you stand with your health. They can even help with weight loss and hormone therapy. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
Hey, welcome back. Basketball quarterfinals, 4A, State of Utah. Put 8 minutes on the fourth quarter clock. Dixie leads Cottonwood by 5. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist. And it's all presented by UCCU Credit Union. And there's a Chichez 3. Nets on fire 3 for the 6'7" center.
That's going to take him to 20 points and the leading scorer for both teams. And what a timely basket there.
The lead is gone. It's down to 2. Kind of feel like,
and look at Cottonwood, they're energized now. Chichez is bouncing around on defense. Everyone is more excited than they were 5 seconds ago. And this is all done with your leading scorer on the bench with 4 fouls in Roosevelt.
Fourth quarter play-by-play brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. Tyler Walter hits a 3 for the Flyers. A Nets on fire 3 for the big guy.
We've done a lot of their games all season long. I have not seen him shoot a 3-pointer all season long.
And a leap and leaner by Park, and that is good. And now the action is heating up. Luke Park now has 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Forsey, wraparound, lob it high. Walter, tough catch, flips it to Davey. Davey back to the basket, back into the reverse move, and he got it. J.J. Davy has missed one shot in this game. He's 9 for 10. He's got 20 points.
Stat line.
Unbelievable.
9 of 10.
Inside, and it's kicked. It's off the shin of Davy on the bounce pass. 51-46, Dixie leading on the Wilkinson scoreboard. 6:34 left on the sport court of Southern Utah clock.
And Walter and Simmons, again, are basically interchangeable. That's a nice luxury to have as a high school basketball coach, two guys like that. 51-46. This is the kind of game you expect at the state tournament, especially on day one when the winner goes on and loser, the season's all over.
51-46. Flyers go back to work. Forsey flip shot on a spin, won't go. Might have been partially blocked. 4-on-2. Colts kick. Yates. Tommy gun. Not this time. Chichez rebound. Kick out. Bay. He'll hoist a three. It looks good. It is. Bay with the three. Lead pass ahead. Davy beats everybody, but it's blocked by Chichez. Where'd he come from?
Well, 6'7", it doesn't take much. Look at his stride, but what a great job of not getting the foul extension there. I'd like to see JJ come with a jump stop and let him fly by Maverick style and lay that baby up.
51-49. Colts could take the lead. A team lost it. It was last touched by the Flyers.
And that looks like it went off of JJ Davy. And I've been impressed with what Coach Miller and Cottonwood have been able to do here late in the third and starting the fourth quarter with their leading scorer on the bench with 4 fouls. It's the other guys that step up. You love to see that in a high school basketball game.
Lob it in high to, you got me saying Tommy gun now.
Yeah.
Tommy gun Yates.
He's a shooter.
He is.
He fires that thing. Uh-oh.
Timeout?
Uh-oh. And it looks like
somebody's down.
Chichez is actually
wobbling.
I think he almost passed out. He might have thrown up there, Dev. He did. He threw up on the court.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to have a stoppage here.
Oh, my gosh. Hope he's okay.
He's gassed.
I think he's just exhausted. The Cottonwood team is trying to tell the officials, hey, we need a cleanup crew on aisle Cottonwood bench.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll check on Chichez when we come back. 51-49, Dixie leads Cottonwood by 2 here at SUU.
Cache Valley Bank is dedicated to fostering local businesses, aiding financial growth, and building strong relationships. From personal to business banking, we are committed to helping you reach your financial goals. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
For 20 years, Valley View Granite has offered our local community the best quality and service for their home countertops. With the addition of Marble Ventures in Ogden, Utah, our team is now able to offer the same reliable and dependable service for their showers, tub surrounds, and more. With locations from Sandy to Idaho Falls, we offer the best value without sacrificing quality for your build or remodel. Come in and see us today. Valley View Granite, enhancing places people gather.
All right, we're in a stoppage here. Chichez sick, and we've got a little bit of cleanup to do, Ben.
Yeah, it looked like in that timeout he was coming over, and he tried to get to the dumpster at the end of the garbage can at the end of the bench, and just couldn't contain it. What we don't know, Dev, is does he have what Smith has, or is it just exhaustion from playing the game of his life with 20 points?
Did you ever throw up in the middle of a game?
I've never thrown up. I never, even from running.
Some people get so nervous they throw up before every game. You know,
I never did. But what I don't know is, I mean, he doesn't seem like he was staggering to the end of the bench there. He's got looks like some team personnel over there trying to get some water in him. But
Coach Miller told me some guys have had to get IVs this week. So it has not been easy sledding for this Cottonwood team getting to this quarterfinal health-wise.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to clean up the floor. I think Chichez is getting the attention he needs there. But boy, you hate to see that with 5:36, 51-49 game. Dixie up by just 2 after a furious comeback. You hate to see a big fella like that having the game of his life.
He's playing incredible. All right, we still clean them. Let's take another quick break. We'll come back. 5:36 to go, fourth quarter. Dixie leads Cottonwood 51-49.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. Be sure to schedule your yearly checkup to help you find out where you stand with your health. They can even help with weight loss and hormone therapy. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs. Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I think we're about ready to resume play. I want to thank some more great local sponsors of high school basketball here on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com. Holbrook Asphalt, our replay sponsor. Also, the Big Score Dessert. If Dixie gets 4 more points, if you're in the St. George area, for the rest of the day, you can go get the Big Score Dessert, buy one, get the second one free. Holbrook Asphalt is paying for it all day. So we only need 4 points from Dixie, and the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert will be in effect. Also want to thank Red Rock Real Estate, from land to luxury. They also have their property management if you need to rent your home, and they also have some great rentals, vacation rentals that you can, if you're coming to visit Southern Utah, you can check out as well. Maybe have a family reunion or something in St. George at some point this year. And today's game also brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. Every animal deserves a loving home. Go to bestfriends.org. And if you've never been to the sanctuary, go check it out. Just a 90-minute drive from St. George to Kanab, Utah. Also, Dealer Collision Center, one of our great sponsors. Your choice for collision repair, and a proud longtime partner of local sports here on the Fan Sports Network. Again, they're still just kind of, nobody's cleaning anything up, so I think we're ready to go here, Ben. But yeah, I think the question is, Chez going to come back in the game?
Yeah, they're just checking on him at this point. They're giving him some fluids. I mean, I don't know if I've seen anything like that. I did see that clip the other day, Dev, of the baseball player who's throwing the pitch, and he threw up it right as he was throwing it. Have you seen that?
I did not see that clip.
20 million views or something crazy like that. But now let's get back to the real action.
Okay, he's back on the bench now. He's got a garbage can set next to him.
And they swap in, the irony is they swap in Smith.
Who was sick as a dog.
Smith, who's sick too.
Yeah.
And
now the Flyers, is this a benefit for Dixie maybe in some way? Because Cottonwood kind of had a momentum
there.
I
think Cottonwood had the momentum. And, of course, they have the ball here. This is going to bring on Rosevere.
And playing with 4 fouls.
Who has not played for almost probably 20 minutes of game time.
Yeah, 20 minutes actual time. You're right.
Now I think
the clock
Coach
didn't
Roberts
go again.
Saying that the shot clock didn't register there. That there should have at least been probably 20 seconds on the clock.
A little bit of 4 seconds ran off the clock, and the game clock sits at 5:30.
Yep, 5:30, 51-49. Dixie with a 2-point lead. Cottonwood with the ball. Rosevere back on the court again. He hadn't played for probably 20-25 minutes of real time, and by my count, almost 8 minutes in game clock time. So he's got to be super careful. You wonder here if Coach Roberts and this Flyer team are going to attack him and try and foul him out. And if Cottonwood, Mark Miller and his staff are going to try and hide him in maybe a zone or something where they put him out top where he can't get in too much trouble. But a basket here could be interesting for this game. This could tie it. I think it looked like early in that third quarter that Dixie was going to run away with it, but Cottonwood, to their credit, Dev, stepped up with the threes from everyone on the team.
Coach Roberts has won his case here, it appears, because they went and put 10 seconds on the shot clock, now down to 4 seconds on the shot clock. Game clock looks like for now is going to stay at 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. So they inadvertently gave him a fresh shot clock.
I think Coach Miller's saying, I'm trying to figure out that math. We go from 30 down to 4 pretty quick.
Easy to get lost on the clock situation with everything going on with the vomit situation. And are we ready to go here? We're getting close. Mark Miller has his explanation, but now he's going to go talk to our other official.
And I don't even see Chez.
He's on the very end of the bench earlier, and now I don't see him either.
So I wonder if he maybe went back into the locker room and got the 32-ounce Gatorade.
So it's Rosevere Park, Bay, a team, and Smith. They get it in. Rosevere blocked. 3-point attempt by Forsey. Carter grabs the block. He'll flip it ahead to Weber, and the Flyers have a 2-point lead and the possession. They had to go quick there. And Roosevelt wanted that deep three from 26 feet out, but it got blocked. Inside Davey, another lay-in, more points in the paint, and an and-one opportunity for JJ, who's having a monster performance.
And Coach Roberts, this is masterful. He draws up what I've referred to, or players and coaches refer to as kind of a horn side action. Forsey coming off left-handed, and all he did is slip, and then you just give him that kind of little hook pocket pass, and you find him on the baseline all cleared out. Now, he's not able to capitalize that, but that's 10 of 11 from the field. He has 22, and for all of the scorers, he's leading them all.
He is, no question. Spin move, Park, pump fake, and tough shot, got it. No call there, official says play on.
And he's having a great game, too. 11 points, 6 assists. He leads the 4A in assists at 8.8. He's a fun player to watch.
No question. Carter, hounded by Bay.
And what a game, Dev. Right out of the gate, 9:30 game. You never know what you're going to get, but this one, we've got a special one.
3 by Weber, and he can't find the mark. Rebound a team. Yeah, I mean, if the rest of the quarterfinals are a 2-point game with 4.5 minutes to go in the game, we'll take it today. A lot of fun. A team. Out top. Drives to the left. Got a good look, but he's just too strong off the window. Rebound Dixie. A team 0 for 5 in this game. You can see the athleticism that this young man has. Carter zooms in, and they'll reset back out top.
Dixie, true to what they've said they would do. They're just slowing it out, picking their spots, sets. They like to get the ball inside. That spin move is just so deadly.
Travel.
Boy, he had the left.
He had the move. He had the shot, yeah. Too unselfish.
Rare mistake, because turnovers have been so few in this game. Unusual for a high school basketball game.
Yeah, 5 for Dixie after that last one. And only 6 for Cottonwood, so 11 total turnovers. I think both coaches pretty pleased with that aspect.
Yeah, 6 and 4, you'd take that all day. Especially as how intense in the defense.
Drive it by Park. Carter right in his hip pocket, lob it high, and he stepped out of bounds before he let go of the pass, and that's a turnover.
Well, that's
turnover number 7.
Right on cue. We're talking about turnovers. Great move, though. He is able to get into the paint anytime he wants to. It's really pretty special to watch.
Carter out top to Davey. Now we're to Simmons. Simmons just 1 for 3 3-points in this game. Mentioned earlier, he had a monster performance against Logan in the first round game. Carter all the way to the rim, and he scores it with the right hand from the left side with a little English.
And again, that's a guy you got to make him go to his weak hand. You got to make him go right there, but great job. He actually has a pretty good right hand finish there. He's able to get into the paint, lay it up off the glass.
On the Wilkinson scoreboard, 3:08 to play, 55-51. Dixie has the lead over Cottonwood on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Back live here, home of the Thunderbirds, coming at you from the America First Events Center. They call it the AFEC. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist inside the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. 3:08 to go, 55-51. Dixie has the lead. Grass Creek Construction. Integrity is their competitive edge. Done a lot of the big commercial real estate projects over the years around Southern Utah. And we thank them for their support of high school hoops here on the network. Colts basketball, Park with it, right down the lane. Goes to the spin move, fade away, and he left it short. Man, he's been so good on those little moves in the paint, but that time just short-armed it.
Yeah, everything looked good there, too. He just a little bit short, that little alligator release.
I'm sure Coach Miller likes that shot, though. It's not a bad shot. Flyers can work a little clock here. We're under 2:40 to play. Forsey wants the triple, and he gets the three. Nets on fire, 3 for Tyson Forsey, their leading scorer.
And that's going to
He's got 14 on the morning.
Yeah, it's easy to say on the night.
I know.
It's still breakfast time here in Cedar City.
Roosevelt answers with the 3, and he's fired up.
Yeah, I was surprised they went to park those last 2 possessions because, you know, Roosevelt's just a scorer. You got to let him take a couple shots here to get him back in the game here in the 4th quarter.
He's got 14.
Which is incredible thinking about it. He spent basically a quarter on the bench, Dev.
Yep. He had that 4 fouls. He checked out with just under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. We didn't see him till about 5.5 left in the 4th, plus the delay. So he was sitting for quite some time. 4-point lead for Dixie with the possession. 1:48 on the sport court of Southern Utah clock. Inside Davey all alone. Window good.
Great execution on the backdoor screen. Everyone got distracted up top.
3 at the other end. And Yates can't hit it. Rebound Simmons.
See the length of Simmons just pulling that out of the air.
Gotta believe it's a season high. I'll check in a minute for J.J. Davey. He's got a game high 24, Ben.
Well, and my goodness, on probably what, 10 of 12? Or let's see if we can get the stat
He
here.
is 11 of 13.
11 of 13.
Yes, that's impressive.
Oh my gosh, incredible job there.
And you got to give the guards some credit. Getting great looks.
They found him all game.
Yep.
That dribble penetration.
19 assists on 24 made baskets for the Flyers.
That's been the story so far, Dev.
Weber breaking down the D. And we've got a timeout. Coach Roberts with 2 on the shot clock. They made the 3, but Coach Roberts had taken the UD and Associates timeout.
And it looks like Coach Roberts is trying to confirm where the ball will be out so that he can draw up his next play.
All right, going to take a break. Catch our breath. 1:01 to go. 2 on the shot clock when we come back. Dixie leading 60-54 over Cottonwood.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Welcome back. High school basketball here on the Fan Sports Network. This is the first of 4 boys quarterfinals. Coming up next, the 1 seed Green Canyon, the 9 seed Timpanogos. We'll have it for you right here on KSLSports.com. We'll go back to regular programming on the Fan Sports Network, and then we'll be back on the air for that 12:50 game, Pineview and Payson. Forsey gets it off, and he got it. He beat the shot clock. Forsey's got 16.
I love to see seniors have big games in the state tournament.
And a steal by Weber. Ahead of the pack, he'll pull it out. Oh, heads up play by Weber. He's going to run some much-needed clock. Now they can play a little keep away. Yeah. And Carter didn't pass it quick enough, but he'll go to the line.
And up 8 with 41 seconds. It's going to be a game of making sure. It's a great lob over the top. And not bad defense, just better offense there.
Yeah, you don't want to foul and bail him out, but his hand was in the face. I don't know what else you do.
That's a scorer, right? He's got 16. He's got 8 assists. And as valuable as those 16 points are, the 8 assists, I think, is what's been the big difference maker.
And a nice wraparound pass. JJ throws it up. Got it! JJ Davey with 26. A career high. Roosevelt wants the 3. He lost the handle and a foul is called on Dixie. 64-54, 27 seconds left. And, you know, Flyer fans that remember how that hurt last year, losing that quarterfinal game for Snow Canyon, it's going to feel good if they can hang on here for the final 27 and move on to tomorrow in the semifinals. They would get the winner of the game next. Roosevelt, deep 3, no. Chachez is back in, kicks it out on an offensive rebound. Roosevelt going to go all the way in for the lay-in, and 1. He got the 3 the hard way.
Chance to cut it to 7, Dev. 13 seconds left. A lot's going to have to go right for Cottonwood to have a chance to maybe make a play to tie this game. But Coach Roberts going to call a timeout, draw some things up.
I believe that's his last,
try and knock this down. And, you know, maybe you get a quick steal. Got to have some missed free throws from the Flyers. But if anybody can pull it off, it's a guy like Roosevelt who can shoot shots from just about anywhere on the court.
All right, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout when we come back to finish here. Flyers lead by 8.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. Be sure to schedule your yearly checkup to help you find out where you stand with your health. They can even help with weight loss and hormone therapy. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
Should we start handing out awards? Hey, Caden, should we start handing out awards now? Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sitting here in the break starting to think about some of the awards that we need to hand out. As always, if you've joined our coverage throughout the year, we pick a star player of the game brought to you by Findlay Subaru. Hard to bet against J.J. Davy today, isn't it?
Yeah, Chez, you hate to see a guy like that go out with a little bit of an illness there. He was 8 of 8 so far, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the three-point line. An incredible game with 20 points, but J.J. Davy, my goodness, 26 points.
We're not going to do anything official until post-game.
Yeah,
but that guy's got a great case. And, of course, we'll always do our play of the game, our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. And also we like to recognize somebody coming off the bench with our Jersey Mike sub.
Quick steal here or a quick foul, and they're going to get the foul first.
On Weber. Of
course, Roseveare can't get that foul. That would put him out of the game, and you're going to need him to hit a couple threes here down the stretch. Now, here is the one problem. That's only, I believe, team foul number 2, or that's going to be 3. But they're going to have to find a way to get 2 more quick ones without too much time coming off the clock.
Yeah. Got to get to 5 as quick as you can here. Flyers only as a team a 64% free throw shooting team. And they'll foul Carter quickly. Second goes off the clock.
And that'll be Park's 3rd foul, so he's got a couple to play with. Next one they'll be shooting. Now, of course, new Utah basketball rule as of last year.
Yep.
5 fouls gives you 2 automatic, and it looks like Cottonwood is going to let this one run out.
Mark Miller's going to call it off, and they're going to end up winning 64-57. Flyers are moving on. Tip of the cap to Mark Miller, and the Colts had some adversity this week with the flu bug going through the team, and they came in battle, but it's the Flyers that moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah, a lot of credit to that squad. You know, you just never know. Chez goes out with that illness. You got Bo Smith, who really was never able to be a factor because of an illness, and then you got the foul trouble of Roseveare, who really limited him, and he still was able to find a way to score 17. But give a lot of credit to this Fly Fam squad. They've done a great job of preparing all year for this state tournament, and some individual performances there by J.J. Davy and Tyson Forsey.
26-5 for Davy. 16-8 for Forsey. 8 assists there. That's an incredible stat line. Chez had 20, and I believe we're going to hear from J.J. Davy, Ben, because the 3rd member of our team, let's go down on the court to Paul Ratliff, who's with the star, our Findlay Subaru star of the game.
J.J. Davy, the Findlay Subaru star of the game. 26 points for J.J. tonight. J.J., how does it feel to not only have your career high, but be moving on to the next round of the 4A state playoff?
Feels amazing. It's always good when you can get going and shoot a high percentage, and most of my shots come from my teammates getting me open, and so it's nice when we can all work together and get it going.
Absolutely. You and Tyson Forsey tonight had a different level of chemistry, that drive and dump off to you. You scored like 20 points on that play alone. Just talk about Tyson and how you guys have kind of a synergy out there.
Yeah, we played together since we were like freshman year. We've always played together, and I've kind of just always, when he drives, he gets to the rim, and I find that open spot, and he's really good at that. And I just find my spot, and he makes me look a lot better than I am.
Absolutely, guys. We're here with the Findlay Subaru star of the game, and thanks so much, JJ. Congrats, and on to the next round.
Thank you.
All right, that's Paul Ratliff down there with JJ. Yeah, he doesn't get what he gets tonight without his guard play.
No, that was a great job all around by the Dixie Flyers of finding guys, moving the basketball, and giving that second level of penetration. So great job to our star of the game, J.J. Davy, 26 points, 12 of 14 shooting there from the field. My goodness.
Yeah, incredible. Your Findlay superstar of the game, as we mentioned numerous times here. 12 of 14, 26 points. Flyers shoot 57% in this game from the field. They were only 5 of 7 from 3, 29%. 7 of 10 they finished from the free throw line, 70%. Shooting slash line for the Colts, 48%. 36 from 3 on 8 of 22 shooting and 83% from the stripe. Chichez with 20. He was 8 for 8. Talk about Davies' efficiency. Chichez did not miss in this game. He played 29 minutes, but he had to go out there for some extended minutes down the stretch after he was clearly sick. Rosevier ends up with 17. Hit 4 3-pointers in this game. Never did foul out, even though he's in foul trouble all game long. And Park, the 3 guys that are always in double figures, they were in double figures, but it just was not enough. We're obviously into our post-game show presented by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. We do have a couple more awards to hand out. We'll put a bow on this, and then we'll be back in a few minutes with the next game, which for our viewers on KSL is Green Canyon and Timpanogos. I'm sure a lot of people up north excited to tune in for that game. And Ben, let's talk about our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. They had cut it to 2. And all of a sudden, it was 51-49, and it was nervous time. And I thought Coach Roberts did a really good job with the timeouts. And then for them to pull back away, is there a play that stood out for you in that pull-away stretch?
I think it was probably that 3 by Tyson Forsey on the left side, where he kind of ran out of options and let it fly. Or it was that layup by Carter, where he was able to go left and finish with his right, and it was kind of out of nowhere.
That was big.
And look, I thought this Cottonwood team played really well. It felt like they just had too much adversity to overcome. The injuries, the sickness, the fouls.
Their energy was better in the second half.
I was really impressed with how they really fought there. But credit to Dixie Flyers. They've been in this situation before. They're no stranger to the state tournament and getting to the semifinals. And who knows, this could be a special team for Tyler Roberts and the Dixie Flyers.
Flyers are moving on, 64-57, 26 for Davey, 16 for Forsey, 9 for Walter, 5 for Weber, 5 for Carter, 3 for Simmons. All right, this has been a quick Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Thanks to the playmakers at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Your playmaker play of the game, Forsey on the 3. And, of course, one more quick award, our Jersey Mike sub of the game. You want to go with Howard or Simmons or Yates?
I think you go Simmons here. He really came in and had some big rebounds, a couple of big finishes, and he did a great job, I think, of stabilizing in those times that Walter was not on the court. And so I think we go there. Colin Simmons, he only was 1 of 3, but
your Jersey Mike sub of the game. Well,
yeah, great assists, great rebounding, and a couple of passes that really made a difference.
All right, we'll take a break. For our listeners on the Fan Sports Network, tune in about 12:30, 12:45, or just keep listening. We'll have Pineview next up on radio. In the meantime, on KSLSports.com. Stick around. Timpanogos Green Canyon coming up next.